Today I'm going to talk about a very touchy subject. A lot of people don't like to hear about it, but it is in the society today. It's an ugly reality, but it is known to happen. Petty people using a serious charge of rape to get an upper hand on someone, to get revenge, or in other words, harm someone. The results of this can be devastating to someone's life. It can ruin their theology, the way they think, their social status. It can completely tear away all that they know in life. Is this the truth? Yes, this is the truth. A false rape accusation is the intentional or unintentional accusation of rape. What I'm going to focus on today is more the intentional accusation. In 1997, the Department of Justice concluded that 8% of cases were false or unfounded. But the percentages vary depending on what group of people you look at. You can look at a feminist activist group, they're going to say it's about 2%. You could look at a men's activist group, they're going to say it's up in the higher 60%. But if you were to look at it more defined, like the FBI, in 2010, they said that 8% of their cases were found false that they could prove. The fact that this happens is not fair to all concerned, but we could make it fair. The mere suggestion that a man has done this cannot convict someone in a court of law, but it can convict them in a court of opinion, public opinion, because the public is who people go for. That's what the objective of today's society is what people think about you. And with advancing technology, it makes it harder for these men who are innocent to permanently get their name out of the system. Because there's websites of these men's mugshots and their names and the charge that they have been convicted with. So these are on there forever. Even if they are proven innocent, they're on there. And once they are on there, these men will never regain the emotional or social standards that they once had before the event. A couple examples I found. A man named James, his late 40s. He had a couple kids. He lost his kids. He had to resign from his job. And he was almost to the brink of suicide. And after all this has already happened, 1 year later, the woman who accused him dropped charges and admitted that she lied. Another one, more of a sad story. His name was Jay Cheshire. He was at the age of 17 whenever it happened. He was accused. A week after he was accused, they acquitted his trial, but that was too late for young Jay to regain hope. He was found in the local park hanging from a tree. But if we change this, we could find the men who really are innocent and bring them justice, and the ones who aren't innocent, we can put their names out there so people know that these men cannot be trusted. This can build goodwill and better friendship. We just have to change the way we go about the trials. The anonymity of a person's name is imperative. In these trials, through the whole thing, the woman's name stays anonymous. This means that their names are not given to the public, which means they don't know who it is. But as soon as the man is accused, his name is put out there before he's even given a chance to prove his innocence. In most of these cases, it's not innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent. The way we can go about this is we can take our trials, we can do more lie detector tests, more thorough cross-examinations, and we can have a specialist in the courtroom reading the body language of the woman on the stand to see if this really happened to her or not. And the way this can build better friendships. Okay, say you met someone, or any of you met this guy, wherever you go, the library, public cafe, anywhere. You have a real connection with this person. You feel like you can be a good friend with this person. You get to know them really well, and you think this could be a great thing in your life. And then you find out later that day, because you go home, and your neighbor, or your mother, or your dad, or your husband, or your wife, or your sister, or your brother, they tell you this man's a sex offender, you're going to feel like you were stabbed in the back. You're not going to want to be friends with this person anymore. It changes your perspective on this person 100%. Will this be beneficial to all concerned? When these trials happen, these men suffer greatly. The innocent, they're seen as guilty before the trial even comes about. If we were to advance our trials and change the way we go about them and increase the anonymity of these men's names, they would not have to suffer through this before they're actually convicted. And we could separate the ones who are actually guilty from the ones who are innocent. And from another perspective, these women who do lie, they make it harder for the women that this actually happened to prove their case is true. Which means maybe if we made the standards higher, increase the trial, maybe these women would stop lying and they wouldn't do this. And that'd make it easier for the other women to prove this happened to them. In all conclusion, I think the fact that this happens is the truth. It could be beneficial to all concerned. It could be fair to all concerned. And it could build goodwill and better friendship. I appreciate your time.